Good morning everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Paper Curator 26 with another book review. So this is The Burial Plot by Elizabeth McNeil. This, I think, is an indie bookstore special. I got this off eBay. It fits all my criteria for this channel. It's hardback, sprayed edges, and it's signed. So let's get into it. Excuse me. This was a bit of a wild card. I was going through eBay one evening just looking at the different books that were up for sale, and I came across this and I thought, this looks quite interesting. I love the design of the front cover. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Very, very pretty. I think because it's an indie store, yeah, there's nothing on the back, which is a real shame. I think they're missing a trick. But I do like this inside with the Venus flytraps, and the fact that there's this really, really nice plate here that's been signed. I think this is really neat and clean. I prefer this. Whoops, I don't think. Let's have a look. Oh, so it's not a first edition, but it is a first run. And it does come with a map of the house in the story, which is always good. It gives you an idea. Of course, we have sprayed edges. So you've got blue there. You've got this one with the main character, Bonnie. Well, I assume it's Bonnie, which is absolutely great. And then it's sprayed at the top. So you've got blue there, and then you've got the graded image up here, which I think is absolutely lovely, and it caught my eye when it arrived. Now the characters in the story, they do in a way remind me of Bill, Sikes and Nancy from Oliver Twist. Very much like that. 2 or 3 characters from London. This young lady gets to be a maid in this house, but this house has lots of secrets to it, which she doesn't realise, and neither does Dawson, I think his name is, or Crawford. Hence the reason for the fly trap. I won't give too much away. We don't do that here. But all I can say is that the actual characters are really brilliant. They are very historically accurate for the time period. So you're talking sort of Victorian, mid to late Victorian possibly. They're intriguing characters because they all have their own backstory, which is brilliant. And it flows really well. And the more I read it, and the more I got into the story, the more I was like, oh, there is a massive level of intrigue to this and mystery, which I really like. But as with other books I've read, I was a bit sort of worried about how we were going with this, but I was pleasantly surprised, and the fact that the suspense and the mystery kind of held itself all the way through. It didn't kind of dip, which a lot of these stories do. You kind of have a high and then it goes blum, and then you get an ending that's really crap, which really, really disappoints me. This, however, did not. So it's a brilliant story, well written, no fuss, no fluff, no faff, no messing. It is a really, really good book. So if you like a kind of mystery with a little bit of supernatural in it, a little bit of suspense, then The Burial Plot is definitely for you. It's such a shame that the naked cover, there's nothing on the naked cover at all. I would have liked at least some plants or something like that. But that's okay. We found with a lot of these books, especially when they're not fairy loot ones, they are quite plain on the naked cover. But I do like this fly trap design. Let's see if it goes this way. Yeah, it's the same on the back. So it's very, very nice. It's a nice design and quite relevant for the story, that it kind of, how do we say this nicely? It does look very feminine because the whole of the story evolves around several women in this house. I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to spoil it. Don't do that, remember. So basically, the burial plot. What do we give it out of 10? Oh, we give it 10 out of 10 for the story, definitely. The front cover is amazing. It caught my eye, so I would definitely give that an 8 out of 10. It'd be nice if there was some inlay or if it was embossed or something, but that's okay. Sprayed edges. It would have been nice to have like the Venus flytrap round the bottom, but this bit here is really nice with this character in the water, but it's just plain at the edges, which is a real shame, because the flytrap is quite predominant in the cover and also in the book, so it would have been nice to have had it there. So I give the sprayed edges 6, 7 out of 10. So all in all, for the burial plot by Elizabeth McNeil, I give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give it much more for the story, but overall, I think a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's not a bad read, not complicated at all, not too plot thick, which I absolutely love. So there we go. The Burial Plot by Elizabeth McNeil gets a 7 or 8 out of 10 by the Paper Creator 26. Until next time, bye!